I need you to be serious here. How should Tony Romo be remembered in Dallas?
Well, he should be remembered affectionately because he's a nice guy that gave them some really, really good moments. He was always entertaining. You never knew what was going to happen. And as a result, the intrigue, the suspense, and all of the things that came with it, of course. You look at Tony Romo and you say, well, you know what? We're kind of going to miss him. But then reality kicks in. And you start thinking about the record. And you start thinking about the absence of championships. Not only the absence of championships, the absence of championship appearances, whether it be in the Super Bowl or the conference championship game, none of which he ever participated in, by the way. And then reality kicks in and it slaps you over your head and you recognize, excuse me, in 10 years as the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, he had 2 playoff victories. 2. Last time I checked, in order to win a Super Bowl in 1 year, you got to win at least 3 playoff games. He won 2 in 10 years. So nobody is calling him a scrub. Nobody is saying that he can't play. But the last time I checked, when you talk about dudes who are revered, dudes who are celebrated, dudes who have a history attached to them, that you come back in your halcyon days and you just sit there and say, hey, you know, I mean, boy, it was wonderful when you were here, et cetera, et cetera. I'm challenged to find those days that can be attached to Tony Romo. In the end, he was a really good, really talented quarterback who repeatedly and perpetually came up short. You remember him like you remember a whole bunch of other Dallas Cowboys who never won a damn Super Bowl. We appreciate your service. Sayonara. What about the 3 years he went back to back to back, 8 and 8 seasons for 3 years in a row, right. The final game of the regular season, he lost to the Redskins, lost to the Giants, lost to the Eagles. He was the quarterback for all but one of those games. I'm talking about for the 3 seasons. He only missed 1 game in those 3 seasons, and they couldn't go better than 8 and 8 all 3 years. That's not on Romo?
Okay, but no, you know what? There's an answer to that. If it's an either or, right? If it's a zero-sum game,
stop it.
Then and maybe it is, then you're right. But now let's take the reverse. Let's say Romo would have succeeded in those seasons, in the moments that you're talking about. Then he's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, like what? So, but okay,
that's
why
what do you
he's
mean,
not.
He did it. He didn't get it done.
Stephen A., that's why he's not even better than he is. That's why I'm saying Archie Manning or Bobby Mercer and not Karl Malone or Charles Barkley.
So why shouldn't he be remembered for that? So why shouldn't he be remembered for that primarily? Why shouldn't he be remembered for that?
That is, when you weigh it, there are the pros and the cons. Those are some of the cons.
The cons outweigh the pros.
Outweigh the pros in terms of greatness. I'm not arguing he's great, but not in terms of very goodness. He was clearly very good for a generation on a glamour team at quarterback, the glamour team at quarterback.
I concede, Max, you got the argument. I had no idea there was a category that was called very goodness. This is a new one.
Right.
You got me, Max.
He's going into the Hall of
very goodness,
He's going
Molly.
into the Hall of
very goodness. Max Kellerman has just created an entirely new category. Very goodness. You're special, bro.
Right.
You are special. You got me there, Max.
He's going into the Hall of Very Good with Bobby Mercer and a bunch of other guys.
Very goodness. Goodness,
Yes,
Molly. Did you hear that?
I did.
Very goodness. Max Kellerman.
Right.
You got me, man.